It's Christmas time and here is a basket of joy. Hello, I'm Alan Gray. Welcome to Get Gardening. Baskets of joy. Well, I've got my basket, here it is, and I've got it partially filled with floral foam, which you can see has been pre-moistened, and I've been given it a covering of greenery. There's eucalyptus and there's ivy in there, and that's exactly what I need. But if you look at the end here, there's a vacant space, and that vacant space is there quite deliberately, and you'll see why in just a moment. Now this is going to be an asymmetrical arrangement, and I'm going to start with my new best friend, which is a tortured willow. It's this beautiful orange colour. I just love orange. You know how Thunder Fairy tells you that she always loves orange? Well, I think she's getting to me, to be quite honest. Take a look at the other end, because this is quite interesting. These are where the cut twigs of this willow have been in water, and you can just see they are making roots. And I was thinking this would be a rather nice tree to grow so that I can cut it from the garden instead of buying it. So those are going in the garden. But these I'm going to use today. Now when you're using cut willow, you cut the tops off, but don't throw away the bases because you can use those also. So I'm going to stick those into the oasis together with the cut tops. And you don't have to be neat about this whatsoever. And I want this sort of kind of tree-like effect to happen at one end of the basket, which is what's happening here. And you don't forget to use the upright. The fascinating thing is that if I leave these in water in a warm place for 3 or 4 weeks, these little twigs will be rooted into this floral foam and I'll never get them out. Oops. But we can use them in the garden, and next year, perhaps next year or the year after that, we'll be able to cut our own. There you are. So if I just give that a little spin and you focus on that, you can actually see what I'm doing. So I've got those twigs asymmetrically in one end of the basket, and that's it. Here I have some rather glamorous, plummy coloured roses. You can see they're very thorny, and that's why I've got gloves on. When you cut the end of a rose stem, if you can just come in closely and look at this, cut it as much on the diagonal as you possibly can, so you give as much area of cut stem to the moisture as you can, because that will help your roses to last for longer. And I just want 3 of these of varying lengths. I take the leaves off because they have no decorative value whatsoever, and they're only going to be taking moisture out of the floral foam, which I don't want to happen. And we'll have one at the bottom there, so that you can see what we've actually got. We've got 3 roses in ascending order. 1, 2, 3. Now, as I said to you earlier, at the end of this basket there's a little vacant spot. Now, I'm not going to do it now because we haven't got time, but I will do it. But all I'm going to do is I'm going to put these little spray of roses in that end and a sprig of hydrangeas in the centre in a contrasting shade. A little bit of manipulation, and there is your joyful basket for Christmas.